here today down in Folkestone in Kent with Chris Kent.
Thank you.
Down at F51. We've had a great morning, climbing walls, seeing skate park, seeing everything good that you do. I wanted to ask you a few questions related to your business.
Absolutely.
Okay. Why does sport play such an important role in shaping the lives of young people and local communities?
We're a firm believer at the Sports Trust of making sure that sport is not only a physical activity, but it also really hugely encourages mental activity and social engagement. So sport overall as an encompassing activity is a real leveller. It doesn't really matter where you come from or what you do, everybody has potential to play.
And how is the Sports Trust dismantling barriers alongside you?
So one of our key aims to remove barriers to sport is normally always cost and travel. So they're the two things that really help us bring the community into the facilities that we own and operate. One of the key products that we have is the Shred Club, £1 a month for everybody to come and skate in the park, local school children, a directive that we try and get funding to support that. But that helps remove the barrier, it removes the social challenge of people coming into a space where they don't feel like they belong, they don't feel it's safe. So we try and create those inclusive environments across all age groups and demographics.
So how do you go about fundraising to fund the equipment side of issues? If you're providing free entrance, the equipment is costly, so how do you go about doing that? Is there a specific means of going about it?
Well, there's a very Leverets being able to support the programs that we do, especially for the equipment supply. It gets very well used and it needs replacing. So by the generosity of the partnership that Leverets provide means that we can now replace the equipment annually to keep a really high standard. And then we've also worked with Leverets to come up with a plan with where that equipment then goes to next.
Can you tell us a bit about the F51 story and its importance to the local community and the people around the area of Folkestone?
Sure, if you've got about 5 hours, or I could condense it all into a really quick version.
A snippet.
Yes, so Roger Hans Charitable Trust was actually looking for a car park space once the harbour was being redeveloped, and this building was originally designed as a car park. And so Roger thought it was really boring having a car park in the middle of town. And because some of the skate park or a skatable space was being used down on the harbour, he thought, wouldn't it be great to challenge the architect to come up with perhaps a skate space that we could use in the car park, but originally it was going to be put on the roof. Cut a long story short, we're now a skate park with no car parking as a building, and we've got the world's first multi-storey skate park that you're sitting under the bowl here right now on one of our concrete bowls. So
tell me what you're fundraising for right now.
It was quite an open-ended question because we have many projects that we're funding, but fundamentally we run holiday camps for kids, and in this venue specifically is the HAF camps, which is run by the education people. So it provides Monday to Thursday activities in the skate park and at Three Hills and at the Sea Sports Centre, where children can come who are on free school meal programmes to enjoy a summer activity in the summer holidays. Currently, that's covered for about 6 weeks of 13 weeks a year. So that's now we're looking for how many weeks extra of the summer holiday could we get to reach our ultimate goal of 13 weeks.
Can you tell us a bit about what is coming up in the pipeline for F51? What's next on the horizon for you guys?
We're starting to get some amazing partnerships with British Cycling and with Skateboard GB that we're starting to look at how we can use this building as a host facility. We'd like to get a few more competitions in which will really highlight this area. We've started working with the likes of Matt Morsia, who you guys met today. For those that don't know, that's a legend from Gladiators, who is a real big supporter of the Trust. And we would like to get some additional programs, some ambassador-style programs, where the aim is to get young people into the building that we can help mentor, and they can see almost a program where they could come and start working here on a weekend, where they'd like to work in this environment, and then maybe we could get them through into a coaching program. So coupled with their education, we could use us as almost an apprenticeship vehicle, which would be really beneficial to the local community especially.
Leverets, our latest blog is about crisis management. Have you?
There's lots of crises.
Lots of crises at the moment. So you've got a lot of experience. You work for a charity. What are your top tips for people in terms of crisis management?
It's a really good question. I think don't be frightened to pivot and pivot quickly. Work with your partners and express your almost open book. You know, these are our challenges and how could we face them together?
Yeah.
Because the moment you go it alone, I think you'll really struggle.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer of if you've got a really good relationship with the partnerships that you have, you can say, we're going this direction, could you support us? Are you in a position?
Will you come along with us?
Then come along with a ride and see the benefit for everybody.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your time today, Chris, and
You're
thank you
welcome.
for sharing your facility with us.
You're more than welcome. We'll look forward to having you back as soon as we can.
Excellent.